And Tim, I understand that you would be amenable to making some comments on duty to retreat. So if you would, please.
Yes, thank you, Representative. We really support you in our district. First of all, I'm a retired corrections officer from SOCF, the only maximum security prison in the state of Ohio. So I know even, and as when it comes to duty to retreat, this summer I tried to retreat from a bumblebee and was unable to, and it stung me on my neck. So what this law would do to me is maybe not protect me from a bumblebee, but protect me from a stranger or the person on the street who would be able to do me bodily harm. I have multiple sclerosis. This is an incurable disease. I'm not going to get better tomorrow. I'm not continuing to fight. And it would be easy to say, well, because of your situation, the courts would take that into accountability. But that's impossible since how it's either my 14-year-old son pushing me or my wife. I cannot push myself. So I'm not one person. I'm two person every time. And my wife nor my child, obviously, do not have a concealed carry permit. I've qualified every year at the prison, and I've qualified under the state minimum requirements. And I can tell you right now that I never took 12-hour training at a maximum security prison for firearms. So, and that's work for a prison. So I don't understand why you do it now as a private citizen whenever we don't require people in that's protecting our citizens with less. And thank you again, Representative Johnson, and thank you for listening.
You're welcome, Tim. And Tom, would you mind coming up and just introducing yourself?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Representative Johnson. I'm here today to really speak concealed carry instructor as well as a minority owner in a gun shop down in South Point, Ohio, and just here to speak on those issues. I'm here to support the NICS compliance specifically. By being NICS compliant, that adds an extra layer to our background check for a person to get a concealed carry license. My understanding is right now, under current Ohio law, you could actually get a concealed carry license without legally being able to own a firearm. So we don't really want to give people that shouldn't legally be able to own a firearm the ability to carry one. Nobody's for that. I think both sides can agree on that. And the other issue is making us NICS compliant also makes the purchase of a gun for a law-abiding citizen that's allowed to have one much easier. Right now, when you show up at a gun shop, we got to give you a 4-page form, which you have to fill out at least 1 page, possibly more. And then an employee has to go in the back and either get on a computer on the website, the FBI supplied website, or call an 800 number, and I have to speak to an FBI NICS check officer. And we go through a relatively lengthy process to get somebody approved to buy the gun they just paid for out front. And then sometimes there's a delay. For instance, the other gun shop owner I have, he has an FFL license and he's owned several firearms, and he almost always gets delayed because his name and certain other aspects of his personal background match somebody that isn't. So even the gun shop owner sometimes gets delayed in being able to purchase his own firearms. This would eliminate those 2 steps, is my understanding. And when you're in a gun shop and it gets very busy, and you have law-abiding citizens that are unable to just come in and buy a firearm, that the law would allow the CCW license issued after this passes to be a pre-clearance for purchasing. So they would be able to just come in and show their CCW license. They've already undergone 2 background checks at that point and be able to get their firearm much quicker and easier, and it would make it much easier on gun shop owners also. Thank you.